Welcome back to another episode of Eric's Camping Adventures. We're going to go on another search today looking for some beautiful places. We have a special guest with us today. I have not taken Max out for a very long time. It's been not quite a year, but it's overdue. So we're going to try a little camping adventure together, just me and him, and we're going to have a good time. So I put the anti-rattle hitch on, and boy, that is just so much better. I can kind of discern my noises a little bit better as to what's actually rattling. So it holds the hitch really tight in the receiver so that the bounces on the trailer just don't make as much noise. I told you I would talk to you about why I am not monetized, and I'm going to just kind of continue to talk about that over the next few videos while I'm driving to the campsite. One of the reasons I do not monetize is because of the advertisements that YouTube puts on at least my channel. I watch my channel logged out, and I see the ads that come across it, and you know, I'm not sure what to think of it. You know, they got the guy with the mohawk and the huge knife. I mean, his knife is actually larger than my backpacking sleeping bag for the summer. It's a huge knife. I mean, it's advertised that it will cut bone. You know, I really need this a lot when I'm backpacking or camping. I need to cut bone. And then there's the Ukrainian women ad. I just don't even know what to say about that. I understand that if you monetize, you have more control over the advertisements, but yeah, you know, first impressions, you know, stick with them. At least I'd recommend that. You know, this is how you behave before we form a partnership or an agreement. You know, I wouldn't anticipate great improvement if this is the behavior before we have the YouTube partnership. So we're just going to keep it non-monetized. So right now it is 42 degrees. It's going to get down to about 35 tonight. They just upgraded that. The winds are 14 mile per hour from the southwest with gusts up to 24. So this should be a pretty decent camp out. I'm going to test my diesel heater this time using the Jackery instead of plugging it in, even though I do have a way to plug it in. I'm going to try to do this with the Jackery this time. I got a smaller tent in the rooftop tent to keep warm, so yeah, we should be fine. I'm going to try to watch how I set up my tent tonight, just to protect it from the wind. So I did not yet reserve a camp site. There was nothing reserved when I looked last, so I should have my pick, I'm hoping. And we'll just pick one that's a little more protected when we get there. This spot gives me a little bit of a block from this hill over here, and tent opens that way, so hopefully what happened at Pin Oak Lake in Missouri won't happen here where it flips it over on me. So yeah, I'm gonna get out here, get the puppy on a stringer, and I'll get set up. The annex as a place for Max to sleep tonight. We're just going to see how he does. He doesn't sleep alone very much. My next step is to set up the diesel heater. I think I'll take the canopy off with some storage and set the diesel heater and jackery on there. So I've got the Jackery powered on. It's at 100%. Got the H-Calori plugged in, connected, exhaust pointed down, away from anything that could be affected by it. And let's see if this will fire up. Everything fired up, so let's just see if it'll run a little bit. And if that's the case, I might put the other Jackery down with Max, so Max can have a heated electric blanket in the night. There is no doubt when this thing first starts up, it's a little noisy. One of the nice things about being in a campground by yourself is if you just by chance are making a YouTube video, nobody thinks you're crazy when you're talking to yourself. Heyburn Lake is a 940-acre lake about 15 miles southwest of Tulsa. If you look on Google Maps, Polecat Creek is the main contribution, Mosquito Creek, Tiger Creek, and Brown Creek also add to this drainage. It is managed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. The lake gets its name from a defunct hamlet, Heyburn, Oklahoma, that closed when the general store located about a half-mile south to what is now the historic Route 66. This is ice-covered Heyburn Lake. We are on the northeast side of the hill to try to block the wind, and I think Max is a very energetic pup, very playful. It was time to take him for a walk, explore, and burn off a little energy. This is overwhelmingly wonderful for Max. He definitely is liking all the smells. We first walked out to the dock area at the end of this point, and then we turned around and walked all the way back to the entry gate just to burn off some of his energy. did get a question from a subscriber how I use my Bauer boxes. And the big one here, large items, extra Mountain House meal, hot water bottle, paper towels, placemats. Down in there is a cast iron skillet, trash bags, silverware, larger items. The middle size one here I use for breakfast stuff. Keep it organized by meal, actually. Morning stuff for oatmeal, protein bars, coffee cup, coffee grinder, boiling water, butane, pour over coffee filters, coffee beans there. And then I keep an extra stuff in here for hydration, and some hot apple cider right there. Boy, that's going to sound good later. I need to get one of them out. And just kind of some teas, just warm fluids, keep you warm in the winter. And then Propel. I've dehydrated more than once in my life. Never camping, but that's the greatest fear, is being stuck out someplace, maybe backpacking or hiking, get dehydrated and can't hydrate well. The smaller one with the clear top, I keep more lunch stuff and some snacks. You can see right through there, bananas, apple, sandwich, crackers, cheese sticks, nuts right there. I'll open this up, maybe you can see better. And then some cookies, high energy stuff, some oatmeal cream pies. I'm usually kind of hungry for lunch, so I like it see-through so I know where I can get to it faster. I measured my equipment and attached a battery tray from an RV as a way to slide these in and out from the back of my camping trailer. And I can use them in the back of my Jeep, or I can use them right here. It works really good. After talking about my hot cider, I just kind of got a hankering for something warm. I put a little bit of the Mountain House lasagna sauce on top of his dog food just to make sure he ate. Sometimes he gets so excited he forgets to eat. But after that, I couldn't get him to leave me alone. He just kept thinking I was the vernal provider of Mountain House lasagna sauce. Hey, I am just reclining back in the rooftop tent. It is hot in here. I had to turn off the diesel heater, and I'll probably just run it intermittently. If it gets cold, turn it back on. There's no way I'm going to be able to run that thing all night long. Yeah, got my tablet mounted. Let the education begin. The choice of my campsite was for wind protection, but the beauty of the sunrise over the dam was just pretty awesome. It's supposed to be a cloudy day, so I think I'm pretty lucky I got that sunrise. Down to about 35 last night, and if you look at the jackery here, that was pretty simple there. That's pretty nice, only drawing 6 to 11 watts, 84%, and the fuel consumption is just about here. I'm still running it, kind of keeping it, the tent warm as a place to get to as I'm setting up. Can warm up my fingers, right? I'm kind of wondering if below like 40 degrees, if it's worth having the diesel heater. Once it gets below 40, maybe. Definitely below 30. Just to, yeah. It seems like it's not necessary in some circumstances, and maybe it is that I'll set it up, and if it gets cold I'll turn it on, and if it's warm, just leave it off. I'm not sure it's worth the hot dry air in your tent all night long. I mean, it's not that uncomfortable. 0 degree sleeping bag. Yeah, beautiful morning out here. It's quiet. I am the only one in the campground again, which is just pretty nice. I am not too far from home, and last night I don't think that Max was making a good adjustment to the idea of sleeping in the annex. You have to try this again. And he definitely did not like it. He did not want to go in, period. He was in total, ears were like in total submission. I had to coax him in with a treat. He did not like being in there. So I called Michelle, and Michelle came to the campground, but not to stay, just to get Max, take him home. He's a big baby still. Well, this light is turning out to be a little bit better than I thought it would be. So I'm going to launch my drone again, and I'm going to give you a little tour around this area. The Heyburn Lake area is all about recreation, including boating, water skiing, swimming, and fishing. There are 3 campgrounds. There's a Sunset Bay with tent sites right by the dam. There's Shepherd Point, where I camped last year. And then the Heyburn Park, where I am at. You know, picnic areas, restrooms, showers, playground, boat launches. And there is a Heyburn public hunting area that I'm going to show you in just a few scenes here. The Heyburn public hunting area is 6,000 acres, and it's a tract that allows for hunting of quail, squirrel, rabbit, waterfowl, and wild turkey, according to Wikipedia. Southwest of Tulsa, there
seems to be plenteous water. There are some natural springs that come up in the Sapulpa area. And as you get further southwest, I'm assuming that the creeks I mentioned before feed this area. And the dam is here for flood control, drinking water, and yes, recreation is one of its primary objectives. This is a nice place.
Well, I'm packed up. I'm headed out. Took a little longer to set up this time with Max. Just kind of take care of him. And he was definitely not open to the idea of camping. Probably need to do that again with my wife. He's a little more bonded and protected of her towards her. So I think I need to definitely take her next time and just see if he's a little more relaxed that way. We'll see. When we took him last time pasture camping, he definitely enjoyed it, but he slept with us up in the rooftop tent. And I'll tell you what, he's 90 pounds and he's a wiggly, scrangly thing. So I'm not going to try to lift a 90-pound dog up into a rooftop tent, especially since I made it a little bit higher. So that's not going to be an option. But I want to take him. I want to make him my camping dog, right? But yeah, we'll do this one step at a time. He got out at the campsite this time and hung out, and he was pretty relaxed just hanging out. It was just come nighttime, he was on guard, wondered where Michelle was. Michelle said that he got home with her and puked 3 times, either from excitement or anxiety. I don't know which one it was. Last time I came down to Heyburn Lake, I flew my drone and I posted the video on a Facebook group, and someone reacted to it that you can't fly your drone there because it's Army. Well, it is an Army Corps lake, but there's no flight restrictions around Army Corps lakes or dams. I suppose that if you, I mean, you might get asked some questions if you do something funny with a drone, but you can fly your drone over an Army Corps area. There's no secret they're hiding from you there. We love hidden things. We love suspicion. We love, yeah, almost paranoia. Hey, thanks for joining me for another camping adventure with Eric. Max comes with a really nice fur coat for this cold weather. He's part Australian Shepherd, part Malamute, and wow, we're gonna have a nice warm time. It's gonna be 34 degrees tonight, and can you believe that Michelle would not come? I mean, seriously, it's gonna be 34 degrees. We're gonna be camping, we're gonna be having a good old time, and she has to go to a conference again. So just me and Max. We'll let her come again when she gets her priorities straight. It's kind of like my channel. You're always welcome back.